What's going on, everyone? We're back with another weekly watch list. Thank you so much for watching. If you do enjoy this content, I ask that you please consider dropping a like, commenting, and subscribing for more. I do have some new content coming for anyone watching as well this year, so I'm looking forward to that. Just not just trading watch lists, but any sort of advice or things that have helped me. Essentially, I don't know if I call it advice, but just things that have helped me in my financial journey and credit journey as well. I used to be someone who had really bad credit. Health, fitness, for those that aren't aware, I've been a fitness coach for the last 10 years. And I just want to share things that have helped me in my journey of just, being a regular dude. So nonetheless, let's get on with the watch list, kicking things off with SPY. All right. We're at all-time highs. So first level's a half, previous day high, previous day low. Let me actually just go ahead and edit that a little bit. Previous day low, those are going to be the first levels I'm watching. I do have a little bit of an intermediate level in here, intraday level, that we kind of pivoted on Friday. So again, nothing major, not looking to take any trades out. It's more of a direction thing. We'll see what happens on Friday. Maybe we get a pre-market low in here. We break underneath. I'll be watching puts down to the previous day low at 687.50. As far as calls go, I'll be watching calls over the previous day high. It's really that simple. Underneath the previous day low, if we break below 686.38, I'll be watching puts down to 683.95. And we still have this gap, this close here on, I believe, Monday. Monday's close unfilled down at 683.17. We gapped up and never returned. So I'll be looking for price to fill that gap this week. And then, of course, below that gap, my next support is going to be down at 679.77, which has been a pretty major level here, as you can see on the hourly. So that'll be everything I'm watching on SPY. Let's go over to QQQ. So I feel like everyone in the world has this kind of symmetrical triangle on their chart. So let's see what we get here. We're back at these daily highs once again. We rejected it. We're rejecting it again on the end of the day Friday. It was a daily gap as well. We have the wick of the daily gap at 629.81, which we still haven't quite gotten to yet. And then, of course, we have the close of that daily candle on November 3rd as well at 632.8. So will price get above and kind of get everyone bullish and then sell off at this daily gap? We'll see. I'll trade my levels and we'll see where it goes from there. I'll watch calls over the previous day high up into that gap to fill that gap. I definitely would be out of mostly of my position if I'm in a long position here at that daily gap wick, and then if there's any runners up to the close. As far as puts go, my next level will be down here at previous day low. So if we reject the highs, the previous day high, we get under any sort of pre-market low, maybe under this intraday pivot that I have marked as well here at 623. I'll watch puts down the previous day low at 619. All right, as far as other supports go, underneath the previous day low, I have 617.8 and 616.73. And then again, once again, we had this gap as well down at 614.79. I don't believe it's a current gap at the moment. I think it's just something I had before. Maybe it was a daily gap that we had previously. I want to see. Nonetheless, it doesn't really matter. The levels is really what matters most. I'm not worried about whether or not that's a gap anymore. The main gap that I have is the same thing as SPY, right? Monday's close, right? We have this daily gap here at 613.12. So I'm just going to actually take that off now because I don't like it to confuse me. Nonetheless, I'm not really worried about it. Underneath that gap, close though, my next support will be down here at 610.09. So let's go over to individuals. We'll kick things off with Apple. Oops. Apple's in a really interesting spot for me personally. I'm looking at potential swing trade here, right? It goes actually to the weekly. So we have this weekly highs, all-time highs here at 259, 260. We're retesting that. Decent, not great, but decent wick, but love the volume on this weekly close. If we go to the daily, same thing. Decent, not my favorite, but decent, strong candle here. Good volume as well, where we bounce that level, right? These daily lows here. The only thing I don't like is we still have this daily gap that we didn't fill underneath. So that's why I didn't take the swing trade yet. I originally was looking for a swing trade here, and we might get this move back up. It totally might happen. We have this head and shoulders, really nice look. I don't really, head and shoulders is not something I'm looking for in trading, but if it's there, it's there. You can see it pretty clearly. But with that daily gap still underneath, I didn't place a swing trade, but we'll see. We'll see if we get down here, right? Daily gap, weekly gap, the weekly high, right? We had the close down here at 252. So maybe price wants to keep going lower. We fill this gap. So we'll see. If we get back over If we get back over these highs here, this weekly high 260.21, then I might be interested. If we get a daily close over this, you know, on Monday or Tuesday or something like that, then I might take the swing there. We'll see. All right, but as far as just the levels go, I'll be watching calls as far as day trading goes over this 260.21, and I'll watch puts below the previous day low, but really 255.41 down to that area where I'd be looking at a swing. All right, so definitely a really interesting spot for Apple. Tesla, currently have a swing trade on for Tesla as well, based off the 61 fib. We had this really nice move up. We came down. I really liked this daily candle at the fib, and that swing trade is already up nicely, about 20%, I believe. So got it. Just one contract for February 20th. And honestly, I'd love to see us get a move back up to these daily highs here at the least, 457. So move up over previous day high to get back up to these daily highs here. I mean, obviously, I would love for a move back to all-time highs by February 20th, or at least to this like daily gap here at 474. But, you know, we'll see. I'm not going to get greedy. Once I get over 50% on that, I'll start trailing stops. The 4-hour looks really, really good. But Tesla's wild, so we'll see. Let's go over to AMD and NVIDIA. AMD, another critical spot. Man, this daily. Sold, flag, rejected weekly supply to a T. I mean, check this out, right? Small green candle, wick of that candle as well. Weekly supply right here. Look at the rejection on the weekly. Elevated volume as well, higher volume than the last few weeks. I know it's Christmas time, but nonetheless, that is a very ugly weekly candle. I mean, it looks like it's a no-brainer retest of these highs here, right? We had this weekly high here at 184, which was an amazing level. I remember being in a call position up to this level and put position after. It was awesome earlier in the year. Or was that 2 years ago? I'm sorry, I'm thinking of this one here. Up, like I was watching this level because we rejected it. But I was watching this, I was in calls here, and then I saw we had this weekly supply. We rejected that weekly supply, and then we had that huge news. Nonetheless, it was a very key area. I mean, look at this bear flag. I mean, we have a few daily lows here to get through, but it looks like it's going to want to retest this former weekly and yearly high, this 2025 high, where we rejected twice. I mean, 3 times, 4 times. So, I mean, that's where I think AMD's headed personally, not advice whatsoever. It's just an opinion, just speculation. But again, look at the daily. Rejected that weekly supply to a T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, an entire week of red. I mean, can this trend line right here hold? I'll be watching puts underneath 203, which if you look is that daily low here on 10-6. My birthday, by the way. We did sweep those lows a couple times, had a fake out here. But if we break it this time, I just think that AMD is primed for this retest here. So if we get a retest here and we get a daily and weekly close that looks good here, I'm definitely swinging AMD calls as well back to all-time highs for sure. It looks like a no-brainer. In my opinion, it's something I would absolutely put risk behind. NVIDIA, I have not day traded NVIDIA in a minute. Still watched it every day, of course, but it's just been ugly. I mean, there's been so many fake outs. Look at this. I mean, this is disgusting. I'm not going to trade in a channel like that. We finally broke out of that channel. Now we're rejecting it again. We're bouncing daily demand right here at this 183, 184. I'll watch puts underneath the previous day low. I'll watch calls over the previous day high, but I'm not going to trade back into this range. So if we look at a more of a macro level, if you will, you know, we're kind of like we had this consolidation here. We're getting more of it here. We'll see if it wants to break down again. Again, we're in this daily demand right now. Will that hold? If not, we have daily gaps here. We have daily gap close at 180.99 in the wick. Maybe NVIDIA wants to go fill this gap before moving higher. All right. So again, more of a macro look for me on AMD and NVIDIA rather than day trading. Same with Apple, Tesla in a swing trade with. So let's wrap up with Google and Amazon. Google looks prime. We're consolidating now a little bit below this all-time high. Really nice move recently. So I'll definitely be watching calls for that all-time high breakout here over the previous day high. And I'll be watching puts below 325.81, that previous day low. But Google looks really good. Love the daily. You know, we kind of had this like flag look. It kind of fumbled a little bit, but then reclaimed. So since then, it's been looking really strong. So definitely got my eyes on Google this week. Yeah, that looks really good. Looks real good. So definitely got my eyes on Google. I mean, think about it. Warren Buffett is heavy in this, you know, like he's trying to make his money. I'll be right there with you, Mr. Buffett. I'll make that money with you. So Amazon to wrap up. Amazon also really good. Been on a heater this past week. Really nice daily. I mean, look at that. Volume declining a little bit as we go, to be expected, but we are at this daily supply. So this is a key area for me to watch on Amazon. I'm not going to be longing over previous day high off the bat, right? We have this daily supply, small green candle followed by a large red. We're at it right now. I need to see a reaction here. If we reject that daily supply, which I would think we would, I'll watch puts down to previous day low at 241.87 and below that, the 25 highs at 238.97. So again, as far as calls go, I'd want to see us get over this daily supply. Not really looking at any trades between 247.86 and 250. I'd like to see us get over this daily high at 250.38 for a move up to 251.78 and then 257 and so on, right? So yeah, really good watch list this week. I feel good about all these things. I feel confident. Things are setting up nicely. So it's been a good quarter, one good start of the new year. It's been a profitable start of the year for me. So by the grace of God, I pray that that continues, not just for myself, but for you watching as well. So thank you so much for watching. That's going to be everything for the watch list this week. If you did enjoy the video, please consider dropping a like, comment, subscribing to the channel. It would mean the absolute world to me. And I hope you all have an amazing week inside and outside the market. I'll see you in the next watch list. Peace.